evening and welcome back to another live session by PJE. Today I'm with Chanchal and we are going to go live on the FAQs or the frequently asked questions you have about lab grown diamonds and the general industry. The reason we are going on this live session is that just before a few days I was in Surat visiting a diamond factory in which I have recorded a vlog and that will be coming out really soon, so watch out for it and follow our community to know the live update. It will be posted on YouTube. The vlog is about how the diamond is cut, polished, and how the diamond industry is doing, and how a diamond rough looks. And you can go through the entire process, seeing the entire machinery on what all comes in the cutting process of a diamond. So today we are going to have a light FAQ on the diamond and the lab grown diamonds, and where Chanchal will ask me a few questions. And if you have any questions, please do comment below, in which it will be passed on to her and she will ask me those questions. And we are here just to clarify your doubts and add more value to your jewelry shopping experience. Any doubts, anything you have, please go ahead.
Okay, so I'll start. So actually, hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So I'll just start off with a question which is most frequently asked, and that is, what is the major difference between lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds?
So as the name says in itself, a lab grown diamond is a diamond which is like grown in the lab, and a mined diamond is a diamond which has to be mined from the earth and removed and this thing. And a lab grown diamond is unlimited in supply. A lab grown diamond is unlimited in supply, and a natural diamond has a limited supply because it's a natural resource. That is the main difference.
Okay, so yeah, I think you've got the doubt cleared here. Okay, so my next question is, do lab grown diamonds and natural diamonds look the same?
From my video which I'm going to put out soon, you will see that the process of cutting, polishing, finishing of the lab grown and natural is the same. The composition is the same. Everything about the lab grown and natural diamond is exactly the same. Even a jeweler, even a diamond gemologist, grader, they cannot tell a difference between a lab grown diamond or a natural diamond. The only difference comes where if the clarity or the color of the diamond differs. See that example, the people from the area of Delhi, they are used to buying a lower clarity, which is a bit more yellow shaded diamonds. But people from south are used to buying more higher color of diamond. So if a person from Delhi looks like a lab grown diamond which is D color, they might feel that it is not a diamond. But someone from the south, if they look at D color, they will know it's a diamond. So it depends on what color or clarity of diamond you're looking at. But a gemologist or grader looking at two same diamonds, they won't be able to tell which is lab grown, which is natural.
So basically, we cannot understand with the naked eyes.
Yeah, and then the look is exactly the same.
Okay. So my next question is, are lab-grown diamonds as durable as the natural diamonds?
So the durability is exactly the same because the diamond is the hardest substance. By the hardest substance, we mean that there is a scale of rating on the hardest substance, which is the Mohs scale, which rates from 0 to 10. And diamond being the hardest substance is rated at a scale of 10. And even the lab grown diamond and diamond both are rated as a 10, and both are pure carbon and the hardest substance which can be found on earth. So it is durable equally.
Yeah, I think this was the question which I've recently asked many of them in the Q&A also, who have visited our store. Okay, so my next question is, how are lab grown diamonds made?
So there is multiple methods of making lab grown diamonds, but for jewelry, two main methods are used, which is HPHT and CVD. HPHT stands for high pressure, high tension, in which there is big furnaces in which the diamond rough is put, or diamond carbon substance is put, where the diamond rough is made under high temperatures and high pressure. And the another way is CVD, which is chemical vapor deposition, in which there is a block which is like small machineries, in which also there is a small carbon particle put, in which the lab grown diamond is grown, like the rough is grown and then it is cut and polished. Both of these ways, the HPHT way, you get a lower clarity of diamonds. In the CVD way, we also get the higher clarity and bigger diamonds. So HPHT is normally used for your commercial purpose of diamonds, say like making a stone crusher, airports, or saws which has to cut through grinders or something like that. And CVD is more purpose way for jewelry.
Okay, got it. So many of our customers, whenever they visit our store, they say that lab-grown diamonds are fake. So are they fake?
So then see, one is naturally grown, which is from the mines. One is from your labs. But there is no difference in this. say like it's like a hydroponics farming and organic farming, or a chemical farming or a organic farming. One more can be like a test tube baby and a baby. Like you wouldn't call your baby not a baby if it's coming grown in the lab or from a test tube or from any other way, because the output is still the same. There is no difference in the chemical composition. There is no difference in the, you know, the carbon composition, the even the crystal, you know, the way how the crystals are set for the carbon are same for a natural and lab grown diamond. So it cannot be called as fake. Like a CZ will break when you hit it with a hammer, but a lab grown diamond and natural diamond have the exact same composition. So there is no difference, and calling it fake will be you know, like lying. But there is a difference in natural and lab grown. That is mainly the price difference because of the availability. Like natural is a bit more rare. A lab grown can be grown how much ever you want. So the availability wise, the price differs, but it's not a fake. It is a diamond still. You cannot call a CZ or a stone a diamond, but a lab grown diamond is a diamond.
Do lab grown diamonds come in fancy colors also?
Yeah, so as natural diamond occurs in the color pink, red, blue, and other fancy shapes or shades, lab grown diamond also can be found in fancy colors, fancy shades, fancy shapes, and as it is made on demand, you can actually have a demand and a custom made necklaces for that. And if you see on our pages or posts on multiple people, you will see a Donald Trump shaped lab grown diamond, you will see a Batman shaped lab grown diamond, and many other fancy things, because people are able to experiment because of the cost of lab grown diamond rough being less, in which they can try and make fancy shapes, where even if the diamond breaks, they are not losing a lot, but they can have an output of fancy shapes being made.
Yeah. My next question was this only, that can lab grown diamonds be customized?
Yeah, lab grown diamonds can completely be customized into particular shapes and shades. And if you guys want all of these answers to be, you know, all these questions to be answered properly, see my vlog in which we are going to show you on how the diamond rough has a sonography machine, and then they actually plan which shapes can be cut from this particular lab grown diamond and how many diamonds can be made of that. So the entire process is being done. So first a rough is being taken out, then the rough goes through sonography where it's x-rayed, and from the screen on your desktop you are going to decide the clarity, shape and caratage of that diamond before the cutting even starts. So this entire process is very planned. Let it be a natural rough or a lab grown rough or even a HPHT rough. The process is the same for everything, and a lot of planning is gone into that, making a normal looking rough into a beautiful looking diamond.
Okay. So we've spoken about like natural, like normal people cannot like understand what is a natural and a lab grown. So what about the jewelers, sir? Like how will they differentiate between two of them?
So honestly, even if you get me, even though I know so much about a natural and a lab grown diamond, I won't be able to differentiate between both of them. Even laboratories cannot differentiate between both of them, but there is specialized laboratories or specialized machine which is called the fluorescent and spectrometers, which are being used in the industry right now to differentiate between lab grown and natural. So currently there is tests and certificates that are going on. So you should always buy certificate jewelry, whether it is natural or lab grown, because you need to know what your jewelry you are buying in. And there is a very famous documentary on Netflix that we shared with you in the community called Diamonds Are Not Forever, in which there is a revelation that there are a lot of mixing going on with the lab grown and natural diamonds. And I would totally agree with the documentary, in which I know it to be true, and we have caught suppliers in which they are mixing with the lab grown and natural diamonds. Even in our store, that's why we have natural diamond jewelry and lab grown diamond jewelry, and we might be one of the very few stores, you know, where you can find both diamond jewelry there. We are not pro lab grown, we are not pro natural, but we are pro information. We want our customers to have the right information and then take the decision on what they want to buy. And whether you buy a natural or lab grown diamond jewelry in our store, you will get a certificate with the jewelry stating the correct origin and the correct what the diamond is. That is important.
Yeah, true. We do have certificates for all of our diamonds. So my next question would be, what is the period of time to be created a lab grown diamond?
So the time taking for creating a lab grown diamond is, as you know, the rough of lab grown diamond depends. So a rough for a 1 cent will be really small, a rough for a 10 carat diamond will be really big. So depends on what the rough is and whether it's a HPHT diamond or CVD diamond. If it is a 1 carat diamond, I would say the time period for making a rough would be 1 to 2 weeks. But if it's a bigger diamond, it can be a couple of months, a month to a couple of months just for making the rough. And the cutting and polishing takes a week to 10 days if it's done in Surat. As you know, the Indian Karigars are very strong and very hardworking, and they get the job done fast. So a lab-grown diamond of 1 carat, I would say, will take like a month around to make it, and then if it is like a 10 carat thing, will take 2 to 4 months, depends on what kind of diamond or what kind of clarity you want from the diamond. And if it's a natural diamond, it takes billions of years to be formed under the earth, and then which is under the natural pressure and tension of the temperature of the core and the earth, it is formed, and then it is mined and comes. So if you guys are not aware yet, the diamonds you are wearing on your ring, if it's a natural diamond, it is billions of years old, which is formed naturally, and it is pure carbon. And as you know, everything on planet earth is made of carbon. Let it be leaves, let it be vegetables, let it be clothes, everything. And diamond is the purest form of carbon, and which is why it is valued at such a high amount.
Okay, sir. So my next question would be, can lab-grown diamonds replace traditional mined diamonds in engagement rings?
So I would say lab-grown diamonds can replace the natural diamonds in everything, not just the engagement rings. They can also replace in the jewelry you're wearing and in everything, and they are more and more replacing it completely. If you have not seen or heard about the diamond workers in Surat and across the world, the workforce have lost most of their jobs because the natural diamonds are not being used anymore. It is replaced by lab-grown diamonds in India's exports, which is why even our Prime Minister Modi is, recommending the exports of lab-grown diamonds, because most of the countries are importing lab-grown diamonds which are cut and polished in Surat, and Surat is the hub of cutting and polishing diamonds for all over the world. So I would say engagement rings are beautiful, as I have already shared many times with you. My own engagement ring was made in lab grown, and most of the people who are getting married right now, millennials, they are using lab grown diamonds because they want to go for the fancy look, not for the for it to be heavy on the wallet.
Are lab-grown diamonds graded the same way as the natural diamonds, sir?
Yes. So the certificate is the same for lab grown diamond and natural diamond, where it is graded on the cut, color, clarity, and the caratage. So the clarity also starts in the same way, where IF, internally flawless, is the highest. Then it goes to VVS, VVS1, VVS2, the same way, and even the color starts from D, then E, F, G, H, like that, and then it is the exact same certificate that you get, and even the certification authorities are the same. So GIA and IGI give certificates for lab grown and for natural, for both of them.
Okay, okay. So if you guys have any doubts, please do comment down below. We'll get it clarified. So my next question would be, do lab-grown diamonds sparkle as much as the natural diamonds?
So the fire and luster in both the diamonds are the same. It totally depends on how the cut is done. If your cut is excellent, the luster and fire will always be good between both of them. There is no difference. It is the way the certificate is. If both the diamonds are same in grading of cut, color, clarity, both the fire will be the same. And right now, if you see, there is a new cut in lab-grown diamonds coming, which is called the antique cut, or which has 52 facets in a round diamond, in which the fire is a lot more because they are able to cut much more facets. The diamond is a bit more costly than the same carat normal diamond, because the number of facets cut is more and the fire is more. So fire is basically the luster, and if you increase the number of facets in a diamond, there will be more luster or more reflection from it. So that's the simple calculation of that.
Oh, great, great. I've got a lot of information today. So can lab-grown diamonds be certified?
Yeah, so as I already told, there is two certifying agencies, IGI and GIA, which are for accepted worldwide, and these agencies will certify lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds, and it will be mentioned on the diamond solitaire, ornament, and also the certificate, and you can search for it online also if you lose the certificate.
So what is the period of time to create a certificate sort of thing?
So a certification for each diamond can take anywhere from 1 week to 20 days, depends on how busy the particular laboratory is running.
Okay. Are lab-grown diamonds as durable if mostly it is cleared? Now my next question would be, basically which one can I choose, sir, from both of them? Is it the lab-grown or it is a natural?
So I would say, see, normally a person who is choosing lab grown, it is because of those multiple reasons, where if they want to be sustainable, if they want to be ethical, or if they want it to be lesser on the wallet, because normally a lab grown diamond costs around 90 to 99% lesser than a natural diamond, depends on the size of the diamond. If it is a 1 cent diamond, it is close to 90% lesser. If it is a 10 carat diamond, it is 99% lesser than a natural diamond. But if you want to choose a natural diamond, if you are into traditions and you value the resale value, because the resale value of a natural diamond will always be high because it is rarer to find them, and the buyback policies are much more stronger with the brands for a natural diamond. If you're strong in your traditions and if you want to go for one of a kind pieces, till now natural diamonds are a choice, but both will be equally valued. But the time when the ethical sourcing of the diamond comes, uh, even though natural diamonds, no matter where they're mined from, it can be the Congo, Africa, Russia, anywhere. All of these revenues are sourcing wars in the countries which it is happening. And even if they are not sourcing the government wars, it is the gangs and the blood diamond, and all of these stories are true with the mining. Mining is a very dirty business in which it is not just the pollution it is causing, it is actual lives and the warlords, say in the sub-Saharan African countries where it is all happening through this. And so that is the reason why most of the millennials and people across the world, not just like India, people in Israel, even US, even the Middle East, even South America, the number of exports from India to there, the lab grown diamonds is growing vastly. Like most of the stores or big brands, you are able to find lab grown diamonds more and more. Actually, India's adoption rate is the least for lab grown diamonds, whereas China, US, Europe, and even UK, Australia, everywhere it's much higher than India. So here we are still much more tradition based, which is why it's lower. But we aim to be spearheading this revolution and making lab grown diamond a normal thing and normalizing it. That's why even the diamond factory I visited, where the cutting, polishing, and entire thing for lab grown and natural diamond happens in the same factory. So when the workers who are karigars who are not knowing the difference between both of them, who are we to know the difference, or how will we know the difference? The only difference is price, nothing else.
Okay, okay. So by listening this, I again got one more doubt, sir. Now, is this lab-grown diamond affecting our diamond industry?
Yes, so the diamond industry is being affected vastly. If you go from the retailers, wholesalers, manufacturers to the people who are cutting and polishing diamonds, it has affected them vastly. Most of the retail sales across the world, let it be from the biggest jewelry company in India, which is Tanishq, to even the smaller companies like us, the natural diamond sales have taken a hit by a lot, and also the wholesalers are holding a lot of these diamond stock, which is why if you have not seen, the diamond solitaire prices have corrected around 37% in the last 2 years. So a diamond solitaire which would have costed 1 lakh 2 years ago is costing around 63,000 today, and they say it's going to correct even more because the sales are taking a hit. And when I go to the manufacturing side in Surat, more than like almost I think 8 lakh jobs have been lost of the diamond karigars who are still looking for a job. And even if they are getting a job back, it is not at the same salary. It is at one fourth of the salary which it was before. So the industry as a whole is suffering. But even the lab grown diamonds industry is not able to help the diamond industry or the workers to come back up. Yeah.
Okay, so my last question would be, sir, like which all countries are adopting lab-grown diamonds?
Yes, as I mentioned, like US is one of the biggest adopters. There is even, there is Israel, there is China, then there is Australia, there's South American countries are adopting it a lot, there's European countries, and most of the people, I would say, the fancy cuts, the bigger diamonds, the solitaires are the fastest moving in lab grown diamonds. It's not the smaller pieces that you feel which might be selling a lot more faster. Smaller diamonds are still, natural diamonds is the fastest seller, but for bigger pieces and the bigger diamonds, lab grown diamonds is a sure winner. If you're looking for solitaires, bangles, bracelets, these are all the products that are being bought left, right, center across India, across the globe for lab grown diamonds. Until now, if people are looking whether they should buy or not, comment below, ask your questions, and do share this video to the people whom you want to have a in-depth conversation with of what lab grown diamonds are and should be. If you have any more questions that we didn't answer, do ask them below, and we will try to answer them in a next session like this. I think we did this Q&A almost 1.5 or 2 years before, and we're doing this after this because we are still being asked the same questions and we are answering the same thing. So I feel we have to keep adding on and answering the similar questions to all of you guys. And we, as a company, we have shipped lab-grown diamond rings, earrings, bracelets, everything from like Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, all over India, like Bombay, Delhi, even what Nagaland, we had a order come from Jammu also. Like we have shipped all over India, so don't worry. Just ask for a certificate. You'll get the right thing. Right.
So
Thanks for joining today's live. We will see you again in next week's live. And don't forget to watch our special video on YouTube, which is going to be about the vlog to visit to the Diamond Surat factory. And if you have not already followed us, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay updated with the upcoming trends. And always be the smartest one when you're going for a jewelry shopping. Thank you.
thank you.